Hi everyone, my name is Shauna in case you don't know, and welcome back to another video. Hello kitty. Okay then, she didn't want to say hi, she just wanted to run by. Anyways, in today's video I will be doing the Netflix Originals book tag. This book tag was created by chapter CVIII, which is Roman numerals. Do I know what number that is? No. I suck at Roman numerals. Anyways, let's just crack on into this video. I have my glasses on today, so maybe I'll be able to actually see what I'm reading. The first question for this tag is Orange is the New Black, a book where the main character is imprisoned. Now I'm sure there's a lot for this, but I can only remember one off the top of my head, and without giving too many spoilers, Poison and Light is the third book in the Dragori series by Ben Alderson, and the main character, for at least a portion of the book, is imprisoned. I'm not going to spoil anything about how he got there or anything like that, but he is imprisoned in the final book. The Dragori series is a series where there's elves, shapeshifters, and elemental control, and it is an absolutely beautiful world where all sexualities, genders, and romantic attractions are accepted. The second question is Sense8. A favorite platonic relationship in a book. Some of you are going to hate me for this. I know you are. I'm so sorry. I know you ship these two characters, but in my mind they're platonic. And that is Seamus Finnegan and Dean Thomas. I love their platonic relationship that they have. I don't necessarily like ship them or view them as like a couple like a lot of people do. They're just best friends basically, and nothing more than that, and I think that their friendship is beautiful and that they could have their own spin-off series where they go on adventures after the Battle of Hogwarts, and it would be so amazing. Number 3 is House of Cards, a book with political overtones. Okay, so I'm not really sure what classifies as a political overtone, and a lot of times when I'm reading books I miss the political parts to the books. I don't know why. I can always catch them in movies and stuff. I catch them in movies really well, even like Disney movies. I'm like, there's a little bit of somewhat of like a political theme to it. But this is about books, and I honestly looked up an article. I just looked up novels for political junkies, and To Kill a Mockingbird popped up. So that's what I'm doing for this tag, because I'm not really sure what a political overtone is, and maybe my brain just isn't working right now, but I'm going with To Kill a Mockingbird by... oh, who's it by? To Kill a Mockingbird is by Harper Lee. Oh my gosh. Yo, I lost my cat and I think I just heard her in the bathroom. Like, not the one that you saw on the stairs, but another one. I'll be right back. I forgot that it's 5 p.m. and she's eating her dinner. So that's why she was in the bathroom. Wow, okay. That was interesting. Getting back to the video, To Kill a Mockingbird is one of the few classics that I really enjoyed and that I had to read for school that was actually interesting to me. I think everyone should read To Kill a Mockingbird at least once in their life. You might not like it, but I personally found it really enjoyable, and I found that it had a lot of strong and important messages in the story. The fourth question is Bojack Horseman. I know a lot of people like this show. I personally haven't seen it yet, but hopefully if I ever decide to watch it, hopefully it's good. A book that made you laugh. Well, books don't often make me laugh, okay? There's only 3 books that have ever made me laugh. Like, laugh out loud. I've read some books and I'm like, oh, that would be funny if I laughed at books. But the thing is, the only time I genuinely, like, laugh out loud while reading is if a book has some stupid parts to it. And now don't get me wrong, the thing is I enjoy laughing at stupid things in books, so as long as it's not so stupid that I can't believe it as a real-ish story, then I like it. So for this, I'm gonna go with Carrier of the Mark by Leigh Fallon, or Lee Fallon. The part about that book that made me laugh was the romance. It was so badly written, every romance scene made me cringe, and every romance scene also made me laugh. I think that he licked the girl's hand at one point in front of their friends. I think they had some makeout sessions in front of their family members, and I was like, what the heck am I reading? Also, I read Carrier of the Mark before I read Twilight. Okay, and then I read Twilight. Let me just say that Carrier of the Mark is basically Twilight, but set in Ireland, and with elemental control instead of vampires, so yeah. I mean, if you want to read something exactly like Twilight, then read Carrier of the Mark, but if you're like, I don't want you to read an exact copy of a book that I've already read, then don't read Carrier of the Mark. I mean, it's up to you, but I personally, as a whole, liked Carrier of the Mark. Question number 5 is Dear White People, a book featuring a character whose race or ethnicity differs from your own. So the one that I'm choosing for this is To All the Boys I've Loved Before. Lara Jean is the main character and she is Korean, and I am not Korean. so she is a different race than me. I personally found To All the Boys I Loved Before to be good, but not as good as everyone said it was, so I'm not going to finish the series. But I did think it was a quick and easy contemporary to read, so if you're looking to breeze through your book and as a whole enjoy it, then I recommend reading To All the Boys I Loved Before. Prompt number 6 is Stranger Things, my all-time favorite Netflix original show. And this says, a book with an admirable mother or mother figure. I'm going back to the Harry Potter series again. I'm sorry, I try in tags not to answer multiple questions with the same book or book series, but I honestly can't help it with this tag. And that's because the only mother figure that I find admirable that I actually like in a series is Molly Weasley from the Harry Potter series. I don't know why, like there is some good father figures in other series, but I can't really think of any other ones where I really liked the mother figure in the series. And yeah, I'm just gonna have to go with Molly Weasley for this because I generally really liked her and I thought she's a great mother. Number 7, Glow, a book that left you feeling empowered. For this, I'm choosing Embrace Your Weird. Embrace Your Weird is a book that I've talked about tons on my channel so far. It's a book about finding your creativity and it has tips for managing anxiety, and I just found it to be a really empowering and inspirational book, so that's why I'm choosing it for this prompt. I don't think it's empowering in the way that Glow is, but it is empowering in a different and unique way. Number 8, The Defenders. Fun fact, I've watched The Defenders. I haven't seen any of the people in The Defenders, like individual show, like Jessica Jones, haven't seen it. Luke Cage, haven't seen it. Daredevil, no. Iron Fist, no, haven't seen him. But I watched The Defenders and I liked it. So I should just get around to watching the other shows someday. So for The Defenders, it says a book with more than 2 main characters. For this, I'm choosing How It Went Down. How It Went Down is an absolutely phenomenal book about a white man who shoots a black man because he thinks that the black man has a gun, but that's not really the case. It deals a lot with racism and shootings, and it's just a very interesting and in-depth book. There's tons of different perspectives in the book, so there's more than 2 main characters, and I really loved How It Went Down, and I recommend that all of you read it if you haven't already. Number 9 is Hemlock Grove, the last horror/thriller book that you read. So I don't really read horror or thriller books that much at all. And I mean, I'm sure that some of the books that I've read in fantasy and dystopian might be considered thriller, but when I think of like hardcore, like horror and thrillers, I think of like, you know, like murders and like crimes and those type of stuff. And the last one that I read along those lines was Pretty Girls by Karen Slaughter. I DNF'd that book. It was way too triggering. There's trigger warnings for sexual assault and rape and mutilation. And yeah, that was the last one that I read, but I didn't finish that book. I will never finish that book. It was just an absolutely awful book that I don't recommend that anyone read. The last question is Nailed It, a book you read that felt just perfect. For this, I'm choosing Catching Fire, the second book in the Hunger Games series. It was just so perfect and I loved it so much. And yeah, I feel like Catching Fire is almost everyone's favorite Hunger Games book. And yeah, I'm just like fitting it with everyone else. It's my favorite book in the series and it's just so perfect. The movie adaptation is perfect too. It's just so good. If you haven't read the Hunger Games series yet, have you been living in a hole for the past 10 years? Anyways, that's all for today's video. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, feel free to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to me if you haven't already. I upload a book related video every Tuesday, so stick around for more videos. As always, the Goodreads links to the books that were mentioned in this video will be down in the description below. And I don't support TERFs, so that is why when I said the Harry Potter series, I did not mention the author's name. Anyways, I hope all of you are having a great start to your week, and I will see all of you in my next video. Bye!